Critics say it's a misuse of public money, and the University of New Mexico is now looking into it.
UNM paid for an employee to get an education somewhere else, letting one of its highest paid employees get a degree from USC on the taxpayer's dime. On special assignment, News 13's Lizzie Mitri shows you why those in charge of the decision say it was a good investment.
With talk of tuition hikes and budget cuts year after year, spending can be a sensitive subject at the University of New Mexico. And a new complaint over how the UNM Health Sciences Center used public money is raising eyebrows.
That just seems way out of line and not fair.
Do you think it's a misuse of public money?
I do.
As state senators Craig Brandt and Mimi Stewart serve on the Education Committee and help determine UNM's budget, they were surprised when we told them Chancellor for Health Sciences Dr. Paul Roth signed off on a plan 3 years ago to have the university pay nearly $60,000 so one of his employees could get a master's degree from another university. This pricey private school in Los Angeles, the University of Southern California.
I just wonder why we are spending this money out of state when we have good universities here.
The money paid for Ava Lovell's Executive Master of Health Administration degree.
She graduated from the 2-year online program last year, but this year someone sent an anonymous letter to UNM's compliance office calling it deeply troubling.
The letter points out that as the Senior Executive Officer for Finance and Administration at UNM's Health Sciences Center, Lovell is one of the highest paid employees at UNM with a salary of $275,000.
Well, that's great. You want to get a master's degree. But why should the university pay for it?
The whole thing just doesn't make sense, doesn't make budgetary sense.
We took the concerns to the Chancellor, Dr. Roth.
Anytime there is any question by the public about our practices or what we do or the use of public funds, we take that pretty seriously.
Dr. Roth says USC offered a unique program.
There was no comparable program here in New Mexico. It was clear to me that having her obtain that level of expertise would bring great value to the institution and to the patients that we serve.
Lovell told us herself the program addressed changing financial models in healthcare in the face of the Affordable Care Act.
My background, I am a CPA and have an accounting degree from 35 years ago. So I didn't have formal training in healthcare administration, although I'd been doing the job, and my boss always said I was doing a good job. But I really felt like I needed to know how other places were going to deal with this.
She says the education taught her how to make the Health Sciences Center run more efficiently while avoiding layoffs. Then she spread that knowledge to the heads of other departments.
We've now saved $400,000 on a recurring basis. So, yes, my program cost was an investment. It was an investment of the Health Science Center.
Investment or not, UNM says its internal audit director is now looking into the anonymous tipster's claim that using public money this way is actually against UNM policy. Rules show education benefits apply only to classes at UNM and sometimes New Mexico State. Instead, Dr. Roth points to another policy on professional development and training courses.
It was my understanding that what our practices were in fact consistent with our policies.
We looked over those policies with Senator Brandt.
Based on your experience, which policy do you believe applies?
Well, I'm not sure either policy allows what they've done.
Either way, he's troubled by what he's seeing.
I think they need to take a serious look at how we're spending taxpayer dollars.
On special assignment, Lizzie Mitri, KRQE News 13.